Hi. All right, something a little different today. We're gonna shoot Aquatech water housing in fresh water in the stream. There's a couple things that I'm gonna do. This is one of the older ones, so you've got to make sure the backing plate lines up just right, and I'll show you why in a second. And then also I set up a quick menu. This is Canon 5D Mark IV. When I shoot in this shallow water in these creeks and rivers, you don't want to bump into any rocks, so you got to be careful. We're going to do some split shots, some under over shots. So the first thing I do, I get it in there, get it turned on. Then I set up custom quick menu for the stuff that I want to adjust. And I'll probably leave auto ISO because when we're in Hawaii, the sun is in and out, in and out, in and out. So I'll use it like that for now, and I'll adjust it later. One thing to keep in mind is before you get it locked in here, make sure you're exactly where you want to be, because I've swam way out in the ocean before with this thing and have the 10-second timer on, and I've had to go into the menu while I was swimming and reprogram the quick menu and actually add a feature to it, which it is possible, but not recommended. Okay, then we'll just make sure the O-ring's nice and clean and clear, no sand, no boogers, no nasty, no hair, no beard hairs. Make sure she's stuck in there good. And then I line up the backing plate. Like the newer models, you don't have to worry about this because they have like locating pins, but you really got to make sure this one's lined up, because when you do want to access the quick menu, if it's not on the four-way joystick, if it's not hitting it in the right spot, it'll just cycle between 2 points, and that's very frustrating. And I've actually been able to push it, but I've done crazy things. Not recommended push it either. Just go ahead and do your cue menu and make sure it'll cycle through all the choices before you get it locked in. So we're good there now. And then I'll just loosely get the oh, one other thing to look out for here, this is messed up too. Sometimes on this backing plate, you can see this is the menu. This is to select the menu and info, or just menu actually. But it gets stuck underneath here, and I've wanted to go to menu while I was out there swimming, so it's not. So this is all the stuff you got to take care of ahead of time. So you got to make sure that sucker's in there. But again, this is an older one, and they've redesigned all this stuff since then, so it's not so bad. And then we'll make sure everything's like that. Okay, and then we'll get it set. Get her on there, and then you can get these clips on loose, leave them loose, get the clips on, get the clips on, get the clip on, leave it loose like that. And then center, the most important one is this little four-way joystick, and then hit your cue menu and make sure you can cycle through, and that's cool. And we'll use we'll just leave it, we'll leave these settings. This is pretty good for right now. Okay, so once you got it, once you're sure it's going to cycle through, then you can lock it down. Okay, and the second thing that I like to do is I use this. This is an alternative to spitting all over your dome port, which is fucking disgusting on many levels, especially if you're working with clients in like a freshwater stream like this, where I'm actually not even going to be in the water. You don't want to be spitting all over this fucking thing. So these things, this works really well. I know Rain-X don't do that because it has alcohol in it, and over time the acrylic will spider crack, so you don't want to use that. But this doesn't have anything like that in it. As far as I know, I've looked at the ingredients, it doesn't seem to have alcohol. This is just anti-fogger for the dive mask, so we're going to put it on here. Okay, also one thing you want to avoid is taking the backing plate off and on during if you have like wet hands and stuff, because I've done that before too. And even if like a little micro drop of water gets inside the housing, it'll fog up the dome port when the sun hits it, and that's no good. And also, when you're shooting in low light like this, the lens reflection will come. You'll see in the image, you'll see the reflection of the lens. So if you look in here, I have a I put a black ring around where the Canon, all the Canon logo and writing. So that's one thing. Only when I'm shooting in dark low light, dark water, dark bottom like this, that's something to think about. Underwater, fool. So you want to come, I'm going to move over here now, and you want to come swing right up to the swing. You don't have to go so far away. You come like 1 foot away. Not too good. Rainstorm.